Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Carry Me Home audiobook podcast. It is super late. I don't know if you guys can kind of see how dark it is outside, but it is super late. I am in the office later than most people would like to be, but honestly, this is the time where my productivity is key. Like some people are wake up in the morning and get productive. I am not that way at all. I'd rather have my mornings for me to get to do things that I want to do and whatever energies I'm having in that moment, whether I need to be calming down or amping up. For instance, today I went on a walk, I did Pilates, and then I did yoga. But other people, they need different things. I don't mind working later into the night because what else was I going to do? Nothing I really wanted to do. I mean, I could get off in 30 minutes, and if I wanted to go out on a Wednesday night, I could, or on a Thursday night, I could, but I have no desire. Just literally absolutely no desire. That being said though, we are back. I left you guys kind of a little bit, but not really on a cliffhanger last week. And I'm excited for us to get kind of back into it this week. So you guys won't be too mad at me. We are definitely on chapter 11 and we had just finished, Wells was talking to his uncle, who we've got to meet. He noticed that Evan Lee had a bruise on her arm, and he was trying to give her space, taking the advice from his uncle and just practicing the patience that he said that he wanted to embody. And while he was just trying to keep an eye on her but give her space, a genie walked up to him. Her name was Jasmine, which Wells noted was very on the nose for a genie. If you like, obviously, it's a play on Aladdin. Um, but Jasmine noticed that he didn't care for her at all anymore, and his mind and his eye was definitely on somebody else. And so that is where we're going to pick up. So this is part 2 of chapter 11, Wells. Hey, Evan Lee, Jasmine said, stopping in front of her. The rest of her friends were gone, leaving her by herself. Jasmine, she addressed over the top of her cup, which she picked up as soon as she saw us coming. So, I hear you know Wells. Evan Lee looked up at me and then turned back to her, shrugging. In passing, she smiled slightly. Can you hold this for me? She handed her cup to me, and I took it. It smelled awful, and I made a note to get her a proper drink once all of this was done. She reached into her fanny pack, pulling out a butterfly clip, twisting her hair into an updo, clamping the clip on her thick hair. The bruise I gave her on full display, even in the low light, a gorgeous shade of purple and red. Jasmine's eyes fell to my mark and grew bigger. She looked back at me, and I had a smirk on my face that I tried to hide in my own cup. Evan Lee knew what the fuck she was doing. She was toying with Jasmine, and it was fucking hot. I thought you only knew him a little. Jasmine gestured to the mark on her neck. Evan Lee reached for her drink and took another sip, nodding. I do. In passing. What the fuck ever, Evan Lee. Do whatever you want. He is just going to sleep with you once and never again. Don't expect to find him in your bed when you wake up. That's strange. I can't seem to get him out of my bed. Every day he is just there. Didn't even need to sleep with him to do it. I guess maybe he just has higher standards for the girls he actually likes. Evelyn gave her a sweet smile, and Jasmine's pale face turned red. Fuck. My brujita was ruthless. Most girls would have crumbled under Jasmine bullying them. She didn't even seem fazed. It was fucking hot. I couldn't help myself. I grabbed the back of her neck, lifting her up to kiss her. Amber and sage and sugar and a little of her drink was on my lips, lips that matched my passion, kiss for kiss, moaning into my mouth, biting my lip, driving me mad. For a moment, I forgot Jasmine was there. Because fuck, there was nothing else that mattered other than the way her tongue danced with mine, or how she tasted, or the press of her breast against my chest. My hands traveled down her back to her ass. I cupped it and picked her up with one hand, drawing her up my body until her legs were wrapped around my waist. Only then did I pull back, examining her wild eyes, smeared lipstick, and swollen lips. I turned to Jasmine, who stood frozen in place, her mouth wide open. She should be careful. A pixie could fly in and fuck her up if they wanted to. Some of them were devilish little things. You were saying? Evanly addressed her. Fuck off, both of you. Jasmine turned and stormed away. I'll let you know how the sex is, Evanly yelled to her back and then turned around to me laughing. You can set me down now, Wells. She's gone. No fucking way, I growled. You're gonna hold me like this for the rest of the party? What is it you did there? I pointed to the ghost of Jasmine. I was staking my claim, she beamed. What? This mark you left on my neck? That was you staking your claim. So I staked mine. I'm not going to let a bitch like Jasmine think she can rattle me. So I'm your claim? Her eyes found mine, ignited with fire. She licked her lips, and fuck, all I wanted to do was go back to kissing them. Biting her lip before she spoke, she finally muttered out, Yes. Fuck. Shit, I said that out loud. Well then, yes, I will be carrying you like this all night. So everyone at this fucking party knows you're with me. I maneuvered around the crowd until I found her friends sitting on a bench and I sat down next to them. Evanly still straddled me. Well, what the fuck happened here? Jolie asked. Her shift must have hit. She's staking her claim. Evanly hit me playfully and I laughed, shifting her so she sat sideways on my lap. Jasmine happened. Ugh, that bitch. Iridessa rolled her eyes. What did you expect, Wells? You fucked half the party, Aurora said. Geez, Rory, take a walk. You need to feed. There's a handsome Norm chilling by the docks. Iridessa dismissed. Aurora stood up, shrugging, and walked to find her next target. Poor kid, I mused. He will have the best night of his life. She just needs to sing a little. It's been a while. I think she's getting bored. The tourists are picking up, so hopefully she can have some fun. Sure. Do you have experience with sirens? Evanly asked. I brushed a hand up her back, pulling her hair out of the clip, and then getting a fistful, yanking her back slightly. Yes, and you're left with a hell of a headache, but it doesn't matter who I was with. I bit her exposed neck, sucking harshly until another mark appeared. Everyone here knows who I'm with now. That is what matters. Fucking hell! Desi yelled, fanning herself. The sexual tension between you two is so thick. I am literally getting a high from it. Speaking of, Evelyn cut in too quickly. Iridessa's eyes softened to a worried expression, and she looked at the bruise marring Evelyn's arm. My arm instinctively rubbed it as if my touch could make it better. I already noticed it, Brujita. Are you going to tell me about it? She shook her head, taking a long sip from her drink. Fine, you can get away with it for now, but soon, and then whoever did it will be missing a hand. Don't worry, Wellesley. I have plans for him. Iridessa nodded to her succubus friends standing by the big bar. That must have been where she went off to when she left Evanly alone. Tag team? I suggested. I like the way you think. Guys, it isn't that serious. It's done and I'm okay, so all good. We both looked at her dryly. Well, I need another drink. She attempted to get up, but I pulled her back down, spinning her body until she faced me again. I told you that I was walking around the party like this for the rest of the night. She rolled her eyes, but wrapped her arms around my neck as I stood. Just fucking fuck already, Desi yelled to our backs. Behind the bar, I worked on our drink while Evelyn clung to me like a koala, laughing in my ear. Mm-mm. It wasn't easy maneuvering around her, but I loved the way it felt, having her cling to me. I liked all the curious looks we got from the rest of the Fae at the party. Her back was turned to them so she couldn't see, but I could. A collage of confusion, jealousy, anger, and lust. And I ate it all up. When I finished making our drinks, I left the bar and took us far away from everyone and into the forest. And that is where we are going to stop today. Next week, we will get into part 3 of chapter 11, Wells. And I promise you, if you thought part 2 was spicy, you might need to bring some water. You might need to have something to cool off, a fan or something, for the last part in chapter 11. Until then, guys, thank you so much for listening and catch you next time. Bye. Peer Tifa Podcast.